Assalamu alaikum, my dear students and viewers. Uh, Today we are going to talk about South Asian literature and English. Firstly, obviously, we will have the introduction to this literature known as South Asian literature. But South Asian literature in English is what we will consider to talk about. South Asian literature is the part of world literature, and we can define it rather one of the famous websites has already defined it, like the term South Asian literature refers to the literary works of writers from Indian subcontinent and its surrounding areas. Countries to which South Asian literature writers are linked include India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka and Nepal, the Maldives, Burma, Bhutan, Afghanistan and Iran even. So basically, as this definition states, South Asian literature means the literature which is written by the people who belong to Indian subcontinent and the areas surrounding this region, Indian subcontinent, and the countries who surround India are Sri Lanka, Nepal, Maldives, Burma, Bhutan, Afghanistan, and Iran. So, in short, we may say that South Asian literature include the literature written by the people of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Maldives, Burma, Bhutan, Afghanistan, etc. But according to another definition, there are the SAARC countries who can only be included in in the list of the South Asian countries. So shortly, it is also said these are the SAARC countries. But if we talk about SAARC countries, Iran is not included in the list. Let us talk about the geography of South Asia or South Asian countries. Here is the map which illustrates the geographical location of different countries who are surrounding India, and these countries are the part of South Asian countries. Like in yellow color we have India, that is having New Delhi as its capital. Then along with India we see Pakistan, and then along with Pakistan we see Afghanistan. So Afghanistan and India, they do not share any border, and Pakistan obviously comes in between. Then we see Nepal is there. Nepal is sharing border with India, and Bhutan and Bangladesh. These two countries do share border with India, and then we have Sri Lanka, Maldives, and Myanmar. Myanmar directly shares border with India, but it is not the part of South Asian countries. Here is the list of South Asian countries that includes Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Bhutan, and Sri Lanka, and lastly Maldives. So these are the countries we can include in the list of the South Asian countries. And these countries may easily be observed or seen with the help of this map. Here we have a short background to South Asian literature in English. You know that after the independence, Pakistan and India, they started writing literature in English. Obviously, then after the independence of Bangladesh, or the writers who belong to Bangladesh, they do they did started writing in English, obviously. So what was the basic factor that uh, motivated the writers from this region to write in English particularly? That is some writer who awarded some prizes, or who were given a few of the awards. Like if we talk about award winner from India, we see Salman Rushdie and Arun Dhathi, and these two these two writers were given awards, and it was the award given to these writers which basically motivated the writer of this region to write in English particularly. And this South Asian literature in English is also helpful to construct a narrative, or in other words you may say a counter narrative. And the writer from this region, they started writing and projecting their narratives. And then we see that there was a show up in form of literary works on the end of women, and we see that Arun Dhathi, being a female writer or a woman writer, she has done her best, and she is among the writer who belong to India, and they were the beginners, or the writer who started writing in English to represent India. Particularly, she is at the top of the list of female writers, and whatever award she was given with, that motivated the writer from India to write in English. Significance of South Asian literature. We see that as literature represents the society or the region, similarly the literature written by the people of South Asian countries represented the region at macro level also. Like from India was represented by Arun Dhathi and Rushdie. Then Pakistani literature, in Pakistan literature we see writers like Ahmad Ali, they were writing in English, they represented their regions. Similarly, the people of these countries, they if they have ever written anything and that got published particularly in English, then there was the representation of the region or the country. Yes, with the publication of the literature written by the people from this region known as South Asia, there was given a vent to culture or cultural representation, obviously with the help of literature. So cultural venting was there when people started writing in English. Then there is seen the depiction of unprivileged class and minority, particularly in the literature written by written by the people from India or Pakistan, and even the literature written by South Asian countries may be seen with the themes like the depiction of unprivileged class or the minority. Here is the picture that represents the culture of the countries of South Asia, and we can easily understand the colors of this this culture. So if you have any sort of questions, you may ask.